Your Excellency, we are here as a delegation from the Universal Basic Education Commission, a place that you are so familiar with because you have been with us for a number of years before moving to Rivers to become the Executive Governor of Rivers State. And as Executive Governor, we have also worked together through the State Universal Basic Education Board of the state. And remember that there was no time that Rivers did not pay its matching grant. And that's the reason why we never had to bother you. It's something that you took very seriously as far as education is concerned in Rivers. And coming to FCT, we must also recognize again the development that had been made within the education subsector within the short period of time you have been here. We are in touch with the Mandate Secretary of Education and had been involved in a lot of activities, and he had also appraised us of the wonderful development taking place in the area of renovation of schools, in the area of construction of new schools, in the area of supporting a lot of other educational activities that are taking place, including again even the recent joint activity we have in Karshi for the smart school. I think with the exception of Kano and few states, FCT, the only one that made that took that bold effort to provide, to turn the school into a boarding school, to provide the hostels both for males and females, to provide staff quarters, to build the infrastructure. And I think also based on the road construction going on from Buzafe, to even make the school much more accessible. And it's something that we are all looking forward to have this as one of those model schools that we could, have full confidence in to support our children, particularly in the area of smart education. Our old blackboards and chalk will have to give way to the more modern approaches of teaching and learning within our schools. And it's important that we do that, and I'm very glad to see the FCT leading that particular charge. And we want to assure you, His Excellency, that we are prepared to see how we can partner at any level as we are moving forward, on this particular activity. Your Excellency, one of the main reasons that we are here, besides to express our thanks and appreciation, is also study of your former employees in Ubec, that since I think when they started allocating land for office buildings and for housing for staff, Ubec had not been able to take advantage of this particular activity. In 2021, we did apply, and I think the file was, had been here, but unfortunately it had not received the desired attention for us, to get. Many of the staff are retiring without any place, to go back to. Some of those who are about to retire, again, are also, so much worried. So they said, I think it's good that they send the Executive Secretary to come as an emissary to see how could we appeal to His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of FCT, to see how our application that has been pending, could be activated, to a point where some of those will start benefiting from what their colleagues in other agencies have benefited for quite some time. So that's our main, our major concern, that we thought that we could quickly come with the members of Ubec management to express our appreciation to you, to express our appreciation for the wonderful developments taking place within the FCT, especially again within the basic education subsector, with also wonderful involvement and cooperation that we are having with the various officials, including the Mandate Secretary and the Ubec.
Let me, on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory, express our profound appreciation for the economy's report on us, for the little we have been able to contribute since we were given the privilege to serve under the Lead Hope Agenda administration. Of course, all of us know the problems. All of us know what Ubec, because of the problems of not just girl child education, but out of school children. I don't know what you are doing as regards to all our children roaming the streets. It is a function of Ubec. When we were here, when we were in education, that's how we started the emergency schools. In fact, in the whole northern states, the only state I never visited was Yobe. I visited virtually all the states in the north, southwest, and the south-south, southeast, where you have more boys drop out. We tried to see what we could do. In the north, we talked about Nigeria and the girl child education. And I did know that through Ubec, we were able to build a lot of schools. We were able to buy clothes and sandals and feed them. But I don't know what it is now because the number has tripled. It's so annoying. I know that you are doing your best, but I do know that it takes two to complement your efforts. I don't know what is happening to the counterpart funding. So many states do not want to pay the counterpart funding, which is very unfortunate. The insecurity we are talking about today can never be resolved if we don't bring these children back to school. Cannot be resolved. In fact, the minister wrote me and we're trying to see what we can do in Abuja for everybody. All those you see here, they're not that they're from Abuja or they reside here. Everybody have moved into Abuja. So it's a problem to us, and we're doing everything we can to see how we can reduce this number. I believe you must be doing something. Your campaign should be intensified. Intensified is very, very key. So I urge you to continue on our part as self-city. We'll do everything we can to give support. Well, the Ubec, that is the state or the FCT's office, the director is not here, we will not. So, and two, we are probing into the activities of the board because we're not quite satisfied with what we saw, where there's no full briefing, and we cannot allow that. Today, we are renovating a number of schools, and I wanted them to tell me what are the schools they have renovated or built. So that is going on. Well, I want to talk about recently about 21 schools again. We are trying to carry out renovation and equipment and to equip them. We're going to be talking about quality education when the schools have nothing to write home about. So while we talk about teachers, yes, but the physical structures must be that befitting for children to learn is very, very key. So we'll do everything we can, not just on road infrastructure. Education, after road infrastructure, education has also taken us a chunk of funds, which is, we don't regret it. It is very, very important.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me say this.
Oh, go ahead.